Oh, Tim,
Yo, Jenna, why are you playing the final countdown, huh?
we are clearly at the final countdown. I don't know what's happening in the world.
Sheesh. We're talking about going digital here.
Let's get digital.
It's
Digital.
happening. It's
Really old.
happening. Talking about making the most out of our online session.
Yeah.
What
Hey,
what
everybody.
in your mind, what are like your go-to, your like top two things? And then I'll give my top two if they aren't the same as yours.
Well, I think the first thing I want to say about remote voice lessons is that they're completely functional and they're awesome. And sometimes you get surprise appearances by my cat. So that's fun. But I think that one of the most important things that you want to have is a great place where you can either sit or stand and still be visually seen. So you want to make sure that you're like, at a good spot where people can see you the whole time. And where the lighting is pretty good so that I can see clearly what's happening with you, and where you feel comfortable to be able to make some noise. So I would say number one is a great spot. And then the second thing I would say to have at the ready would be a set of headphones, either plug into your computer or AirPods or something like that. I usually find that teaching, just the sound is better when both of us are wearing headphones.
I've noticed that too. For some reason, the lag is like significantly decreased. So that increases the bandwidth and we get like a really good, strong connection for our work to be most effective. So Jenna and I like to use Zoom, which is the best online meeting platform, in our opinion.
Mm-hmm.
We've been using Zoom for many years, and I'll just do a quick little screen share so you can see what this looks like. But basically, you just want to go to zoom.us, and if you haven't used it before, you just sign up for a free account, pop in your email address, sign up, boom, you get an email link from Zoom, and then Jenna and I will share a unique Zoom link with all of you. And a couple other add-ons in addition to good lighting and headphones. Make sure your Wi-Fi is strong. So
Yeah.
one way to check that is to actually just do a speed test. So if you're like, dude, I don't know if my Wi-Fi is strong or not, go to speedtest.net. And I think the general rule of thumb is if your download speed is 60 megabytes per second or higher, you get a thumbs up. If it's lower, you need to either like get closer to your router or maybe directly connect into the router to increase your speed. Otherwise, we're going to be dealing with some lag time, which is no bueno.
Other things you can do are close all of the other tabs that you have open. I know Tim knows this about me. I'm guilty of having at least like 30 tabs open at a
So
time.
many tabs, just close them.
So many tabs. Just close them out and you'll probably forget what they were anyway because they were clearly not important. And another thing is some bonus items that you might want to have readily available. When you sign up for your lesson, and or at the start time of your lesson, we are going to send you a link to a Dropbox folder of warm-ups. It'll be like that on your phone. And then if you open up this this folder, you will see all of our warm-ups that you've come to know and love in this folder. And you'll hear me or Tim playing piano. So all you really need to do is be able to play that on your end. So that way we can say, okay, we're going to go to lip trills, and then you press play and then you sing along to the scales on your end. And that way, if and when we want to fix something or add a tool or a technique or something, we'll just do a timeout, or we'll wave, or we'll just start yelling at you. And then we'll say, press pause. You'll hit pause on the thing. We'll give the adjustment, and then maybe you take the track back a little bit and then continue on from there.
Oh, one thing about the track is that it's really important to have it being played from an external source. So if you're on your
Like
laptop,
this?
yeah, if you're on your laptop with the session, like with the Zoom sesh, make sure you're playing your tracks, whether that be a Vocalese or an accompanist track, from your phone, and then you can Bluetooth speaker in. What you don't want to be doing is playing an accompaniment track like through YouTube on your laptop while you're in your Zoom session, because otherwise it gets a little funky, a little
Yeah,
clunky town.
it does get a little weird. You're right.
And then the other thing, I think, just camera wise, make sure that you are in line with your camera so that you're not, like Jenna said before, it's not great to have your camera angle coming up from you because then we can't tell if sometimes I can see like you're looking down. And posture, we want to make sure that we're breathing correctly and we have good floating posture. So I think a minimum of like torso up is going to be important. If you can go belly button up, that's probably the best bet. But yeah, just get that camera on a shelf or something that is like at your head level or higher so that we're not looking up and getting weird angles.
So the other thing that was going to come up is, great, I'm excited about this. The warm-ups seem like they're going to be an easy thing to play from the client's end. And obviously the Zoom connection is going to be great between teacher and client, teacher and student, client and client. I don't know. what anyway. But the client and client provider, service provider, sure, we'll go with that. Voice teacher, I'm just gonna move on. But in terms of finding tracks, there are a few sources that you can look for in terms of having accompaniment for your repertoire. One is ye old fashioned YouTube karaoke link. There are so many different options available for a majority of the repertoire that you're going to be working on. If you are looking for accompaniment tracks for some of the more standard Broadway stuff, think anything that's in those Hal Leonard soprano, alto collections. Chances are that Tim and I already have access to those accompaniment tracks and can send you those. And if you're looking for a track that is maybe a little more obscure and you're not sure, please shoot us an email before your lesson. We have so many pianist friends who are out of work right now, and we would be happy to connect you with and or take care of getting a track made for your lesson ahead of time so that we have something that we can work with.
Cool. Quick recap. Too long didn't read version. Ready? Here it is. TLDR number 1. Strong Wi-Fi, 60 megabytes a second or higher. Numero dos. Good lighting. Front light, not backlight. Number 3. Making sure that camera is at eye level or higher. If anything, we want to be like looking straight on or down at you so we can get a good sense of, is your breath coming in the right way? Are you aligned dynamically and properly? Number 4, making sure that your tracks are coming from an external source, i.e. your phone or an iPad, whatever you're not getting the Zoom feed, the video feed through. And number 5 is...
we will find accompaniment tracks.
Yes. Together. Locking in those accompaniment tracks as a team. That's it, friends. We're looking forward to seeing you online very soon. Up top. Boom.
Hey.
Bye for now. See you in the digital ether.